everybody. So today we are making my aioli, which is just mayonnaise. I like to think of it more as aioli or like a dipping sauce because you can eat it with so many things like artichokes. I make some broccoli dippers and other things that I'll show you in another video. But you can use it as a healthy fat and a way to increase healthy fats and proteins in your diet. So all you do is take 2 egg yolks and make sure that they're at room temperature. And to make them be at room temperature, I've taken the egg yolks and I've soaked, the eggs and soaked them in warm water just to warm them up. Then I cracked them and separated them. I'm going to assume you all know how to do that. Save my eggs later. Those I'll make into an omelet or something else. So for the aioli, I have about a half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And I'm not a measurer, but at home you can measure these things. I have a little bit of apple cider vinegar. You can use white vinegar if you like, but I like the apple cider. And it's only about a quarter teaspoon, just a tiny little bit. And then I also have some lemon. We're going to use about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of fresh lemon. So I'm just going to squeeze a little lemon in there. And now for the oil. So I have olive oil here, and I'm going to use 1 cup, 1 full cup. This I will measure, very important. And olive oil is really high in omega-6 fatty acids, which you need if you're a paleo eater or a really healthy eater, but you don't need if you're somebody who eats fried foods or foods at restaurants because you're probably already heavy in omega-6s. So I'm kind of mixing my oils. You can use all olive oil, or you can mix and use all kinds of oil. Just no canola, no vegetable oil. Those are bad fats. We don't want to use those. This is MCT oil. It's basically a coconut oil. You don't want to use coconut oil, obviously, because it'll solidify on you. But this is a derivative of coconut oil. And then I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil in here. You can use all of one of these, just a little of all of one of these. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want, just as long as you're using good, healthy fats. Okay, so there's my oil. I'm going to use a little bit of salt, or a lot of salt, always pinch the Himalayan salt, and some pepper. Now I like to use a garlic clove. I like the added garlickiness. If it doesn't sit well with you to have a raw garlic clove, if you get indigestion, just take it out. So now we've got our little concoction going here. And if you have an immersion blender, these work amazing. If you don't, a blender will work just the same. What you're going to do is, if you're using a blender, you're going to start the blender and you're going to dribble this in. And you're just going to slowly let it emulsify into a mayonnaise. With these handy dandy little guys, you can just dump it in. And then what you want to do is take your blender all the way to the bottom and turn it on. Now you'll start to see, you don't want to move it around a lot. You just want to start at the bottom and just slowly let it incorporate it and let it emulsify in there. Mayonnaise can be a little tricky in this way. You've got to really take your time and go slow. If it breaks, which means that it is too saucy and not enough thickness, then that's a whole nother video on how to fix it, but know that you can fix it. There's a website called Frickin' Chicken, and she talks about how to fix broken mayonnaise. So don't just throw it away and start over. These ingredients are expensive. You can always save it, or you can make something else out of it, like a hollandaise. So don't freak out if you ruin your mayonnaise and you have to start over. So here we have it, just like that. It's an aioli dip. So we're going to dip sweet potato fries in this, broccoli pieces, and artichokes. So enjoy your aioli.